Hello friends, today we'll learn some useful methods and concepts on pruning, that is trimming your plants for better growth and flowering. We'll learn useful topics like when and how to prune a plant, types of pruning like hard pruning and soft pruning, and types of pruning cuts, and lastly which pruning tools to choose. All that's coming up. If you're interested in learning gardening stuff, please subscribe to my channel with the bell icon clicked. Well, pruning means cutting or trimming the plant organs like the branches, stems, or even leaves for the sake of your plant's health and sometimes to maintain plant shape and form. It's a very important task in gardening, especially if you want your plants to perform well, like to promote growth and flowering or fruiting. Another advantage of pruning is it allows you to remove the damaged or infected branches and leaves, which can further spread and cause more damage. In this episode, we'll precisely look into many questions like when to prune which plants, types of pruning, how to prune and why, then pruning tools and many other concepts and tips on pruning. Before we proceed with these topics, first of all, it's important to know that pruning or cutting is actually wounding your plant. So doing it properly is really important. Pruning is actually a plant surgery similar to human or animal surgery, done either to save a plant from disease and also it makes it look neat and good. Like the surgical wound, pruning also induces a wound or injury at the point of incision, and this wound has to heal properly. So let's begin. The first question is when to prune which plants. Let me start with a comparison. The best time to perform a surgery on a person is when they are in sleep, that is during anesthesia. This is same for plants as well. As a general rule, for most plants including flowering and fruiting plants, they need to be pruned, especially hard pruning to be done while they are in a period of dormancy, that is when they are asleep or inactive. This usually falls in late winter through early spring, like in the month of January, depending on your climatic zone. Another reason to perform this surgery in winter is the healing of wound is better in this cold season due to scientific reasons. But some other plants need to be continuously pruned or trimmed, I mean dead-headed or soft pruned to maintain growth and flowering. We shall discuss this shortly. Also remember, you have to disinfect the cutting tools before you start snipping your plants. You can wipe the blades with any household disinfectant, or if you have hydrogen peroxide like 3% or 6%, and this is easily available at your local medical store. Now the next question is types of pruning for house plant. Here we learn hard pruning, soft pruning, rejuvenation pruning, deadheading, and many other useful tips. Well, we'll start with hard pruning and soft pruning. Hard pruning or annual pruning, as I discussed earlier, is done in dormant or inactive growth period of a plant, that is during the late winter or early spring. In hard pruning, we cut off most of the plant stems and branches, at least 50%, to promote all new productive plant growth in the growing season. Whereas in soft pruning, it can be performed any time of the year. Here we just trim the plant to 1/3 or maximum half. The best example is pruning roses. This also includes deadheading. Deadheading means removal of dead or dried flowers from a plant which have just flowered. Sometimes it has to be a constant process, and this diverts the plant energy into new growth and more flowering rather than drying up and consuming this energy into seed formation process. Now the question is how to prune and what are the types of pruning cuts. We'll learn two important cuts here, heading and thinning cuts. Heading is the process of cutting or trimming branch tips. The cut is made anywhere on the branch or stem, just half an inch above a node, where it produces multiple branching, usually 2 branches, and this process makes your plant more bushy in the long run. One very important tip here is the cut is to be made at an angle of 45 degrees to allow water to run off, because if it is a flat cut, water can stay on the top of the wound, which increases the chances of fungal or bacterial infection. It's also a good idea to seal the wound with some stuff like wax, either from a candle or any wax, or even antifungal powder or just anything. Even some recommend fevicol paste. If you can buy a tree paint or any commercially available pruning sealer, that's still better. Some experts actually say it's better to leave it open and let the plant heal itself, especially for larger trees. Now thinning. This is the process of removing entire branches from the main stem by making a cut at its collar or just outside of the collar. Collar is the area where the branch connects with its main stem. Thinning helps sunlight to penetrate into the interior foliage and promotes good air circulation, and thus avoids fungus and bacterial growth. If you're not sure how to and when to prune a particular plant, I still suggest you do at least soft pruning at least once in its growth cycle. Regarding choosing the right pruning tools, I have a detailed video on the topic. You can check that from a card link at top right corner of this video, and also find a link to that video in the description. If you like this episode on pruning, please give a thumbs up and also comment your feedback or queries below the video. Also consider sharing this video with your other gardener friends.